with all that work, I've got the spark plug out. It actually doesn't look that bad. It probably could go a lot further. Hey, how's it going? Welcome to my channel. If you're new here, do that thing down below. In this video, I'm going to go through the steps to change the spark plug on your KTM 390 Adventure if you don't have the spark plug changed when you go in and have the valves adjusted. This is a video I've had a few people ask me about doing. I need to do it myself. When I had the valves adjusted, the shop had no spark plugs, which was quite disappointing, and they were unable to order any in, which was equally disappointing. So my spark plug is past due being replaced, and that's what we are going to do. So if this is something that you're interested in, stick around. Changing the spark plug on this bike is not going to be easy. I saw some videos on some people that did some changes on the Duke. There's a lot more room. The way the fuel tank wraps around the engine and the frame, they were able to get their hands in there and pull the spark plug boot up with no problem and be able to get it out. That is not the case with this bike. I can get to the spark plug boot, I can lift it about an inch, but it's not coming out and I'm not getting wrenches and tools in there. So it's my understanding that the only way to get the spark plug changed is to pull the tank, which is a pain in the butt, but that's what we're gonna do. So we're gonna start by pulling the plastic panels off, the tank bag, seat, and getting it exposed so that I can get to the tank to get it lifted out of the way, and then we'll get into the spark plug and get it replaced. So let's get to it. That is the boot. I might try to lift it first before we do all this other work. I thought I would try to pull the spark plug cap off without removing the tank, see if I can get it out. I took the coil off to see if I could get some more room or get some more length on the plug cord. And I still wasn't able to get. The problem is the top of the spark plug cap hits a bunch of cables under there, and there's just no way to get it lifted. So I'm going to go ahead and take this off. All right, after getting the tank bag and seat taken off, there's these panels in here. They're 4mm Allens, and they just slide off, and then it should allow me to take these off at the Allens and pull that panel off. All right, there's a 10mm bolt up at the top by the head here, and then there's also a 4mm Allen head underneath the tank. I think there's only 3 bolts to take this off. So let's see. Okay, I want to make sure I grab the washer off of this so it doesn't fall down somewhere in the bike and I can't find it. I think I can reach down in here and lift this out. Alright, I got that. Now I can put a wrench in there and get the spark plug pulled out. Alright, with all that work, I've got the spark plug out. It actually doesn't look that bad. It probably could go a lot further than when I'm taking it out. I'm going to compare it to a new one. It was really hard. I couldn't film putting this in, but what you have to do is slide this down over the spark plug and then put your wrench on top of it. There isn't room for everything to go in there. Anytime you do work on the bike, there's always that moment of truth of when you go to start it to make sure it starts up. So we'll do that real quick. All All right, one last note before I start buttoning this thing up, putting it all back together, is that in order to get in there, you need one of these thin wall spark plug sockets. And I picked this up off of Amazon. I'll leave a link to this down in the description. This works on a variety of different bikes. I use this on my R1200 GS when I change the plugs on that. So it has to be a thin wall. If you have anything thicker, it will not fit in that space. So tip there. Hopefully you found this useful. If you're planning to change your spark plug yourself, you will need to pull the tank off to get enough space to get the spark plug spark plug cap off to get it up high enough. And then once you do that, you can get in there and access it just fine, but you do have to lift the tank up. I didn't disconnect the fuel line. I didn't disconnect the power to the fuel pump. I left all that in place. I just needed to get enough space and get it lifted up enough to get under there. That was more than enough. It really didn't take that long. I think I was able to get to this point. I still have plastics to put back on, but I think I could all of the time put together, if you take away filming, I could have done it under an hour. So yeah, hopefully you found this useful. If you do find yourself wanting to change your spark plug yourself or need to change it yourself, that's the process. I'm sorry I wasn't able to film more of what goes on underneath. There just is very limited space, but it should make sense if you have any type of mechanical aptitude of what you have to do to get that done. So thanks for watching. If you have any questions, leave those in the comments down below. Get out, do some riding, ride safe, and I will see you out there.